Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So in today's video we will see how to convert the data that is present in one cell into multiple cells, or you can call it converting it from a text to multiple columns. So let's get started. What I'm going to do here is I'm taking three different approaches and I will show you what all are the options available for you while you convert text to columns. So let's get started. The first method is converting using spaces. For example, in here if you see the separator that we have, or the delimiter as we call it, is a space. Okay, so I'm just noting it down here. Alright, space because between Rakesh and Sharma you can see there is a space here. Alright, Anjana and Mathur, there are multiple spaces. So let's see how I can convert Rakesh Sharma as a single text into multiple columns. So I want Rakesh in column F and Sharma in column G. Alright, so for that what we do is we select the data. So I select the data with my mouse. I can go to the data tab, and under the data tab you will see something called as text to columns. So just click on text to columns and this wizard appears here. Okay, so in this there are multiple options. First we will see the delimited option. Delimited, or delimiter as we call it, is nothing but a separator. So in this case our separator is a space. Okay, so you select delimited, that is the file type, and it will show you a preview at the bottom. So this is currently how your selected cells look like. So now you have to go and click on next. Click on next, and here you will see delimiters appearing. So you have a tab, semicolon, comma, space and others. So in this case we already know that our delimiter, or we also call it a separator, is a space. So I will click on space, and then you have one option here which is treat consecutive delimiters as one. So what it means is, in this case what it means is, if you have consecutive delimiters, if you have consecutive space characters, then the system will treat it as just one space. But we do not want that. So at the bottom you have a data preview which says this is how your data will look like once you convert it into columns. But we want, for example, Anjana Mathur, right? Anjana Mathur's name has multiple spaces in between. So we want to see if those spaces will also come into picture. So if you just untick this option, you can see Anjana Mathur, the last name Mathur, is being displayed far ahead of other last names. That's because there are multiple spaces in between. So each space will be skipped based on the number of columns. Okay, so we don't want that. We just want it to consider it as a consecutive delimiter, and we just tick on it and click on the next option. So here you will see the data preview again below. This is how it will appear once you click on the finish button. But before that, let me just show you these options as well. So let's say in this case you don't want the first column to appear, that is the first name. You just want the last names from this. So in that case you can also skip the first column. For example, there is an option called do not import column, that is skip. So if I click on do not import column, you can see, let's say I'm skipping the last name. So you can see skip column appears as the heading. That basically means the one that is highlighted, the one that is in black color here, the column will not be exported when you click on the finish button. But in this case we want both the columns to appear. So I will just click on general. So this is again a data format that you want. In case you want it in a particular date format, or a particular text format, you can do it. But usually we keep it as general because we just want it to be the same data type as it was before. So now I will go ahead and click on finish, and there you go. You can see first name and the last name separated. Now one thing you would have noticed, let me just do a Control Z or undo text to columns. I just want to show you one more thing here. So one thing you would have noticed is the destination, right? So here it is already selected as cell E3, that is Rakesh Sharma. So whatever when you click on finish, whatever the new data that comes up will start from this cell E3. But what if we want it in a separate cell? So let's say I want it in F3. So all I have to do is just click here and select F3. Okay, I selected F3 now, and I'm going to click on finish, and there you go. So this is how you can convert your text or the data in your cells to multiple columns based on a particular delimiter. Now this was in terms of space character. What if I want to do a separator based on a particular character? In this case, that is @. So this is a email format. I just want to separate ARK and gmail.com into multiple columns. So how do I do that? I just select the data, go to data tab, text to columns. I come to delimited, click on next, and instead of space now, I just click on other and I will type in the character. So the moment you type in the character, you can see below it changes. So the delimiter or the separator will not be counted. Excluding the separator, whatever was on the left side and whatever was on the right side of it will be exported to multiple columns. All right. And we don't have multiple separators, so it doesn't matter if you check this or not. And you click on next, and again this thing comes up. We will select our destination as F11, and click on finish. There you go. So your username before @ is also here, and gmail.com, whatever the domain.com is, that is also here. Now one last thing, you can also do bunch of numbers and text together using another option called fixed width. So let me show you. I'm just going to select the data, go to data, text to columns. The second option here is fixed width. So instead of delimiter, whenever we don't have a particular character to separate it on, we use the fixed width option. Click on fixed width, go to next, and here you can actually provide a break. So what I'm going to do is, a line is already here. What I'm going to do is, because Excel automatically determines that we may want to use it here, that's why you will already see a arrow. But we don't want that. We want the arrow to be, let's say, after the first 3 characters. Okay, so I'm just pulling it here and I will place it here after the first 3 characters. Now what it will do is, it will separate whatever is on the left of the arrow and whatever is on the right of the arrow, this arrow, into 2 columns. That's what it will do. So let's see. And if you want, you can add multiple separations as well. For example, I just want to add one more, let's say right before these 2 numbers. Okay, so I can just go and click there and it has already added it. Now because there is a text as well, you will see whatever is on the right of that automatically. So click on next, and these are your 3 columns that will come. Okay, and let us choose the destination cell as F17. All right, I will click on finish, and there you go. So what happened is, because we set the fixed width after 3 characters, the first 3 characters are printed. Okay, let me just align this for you. Okay, and then you had the right 2 numbers printed, and because there was some text after those numbers, that is also printed here, and you have your middle text here. So this is how you can use the data tab and make use of the text to columns functionality to separate your data in a single column into multiple columns. So I hope you liked the video. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button, and if there are any comments or any feedback, any suggestions, please post it on the comments tab. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and click on the subscribe button. Thank you.